Hello everyone, it's Rory here from Pratt's Pod. Today I am here with a very badly broken, if I can move my camera, iPad mini. So I've not even looked into this to see if it's a mini 1 or a 2. I've not heated it up at all. I can see there's a lot of damage to the top there, a lot of dust in the screen. Definitely looks like it's been done before, so I've not even applied any heat to this. Basically, all I'm going to do is pull on this corner here, and voila, it's come up. So that is obviously a terrible previous repair. We have screws here, which is one thing. That LCD bracket looks like it's broken. A lot of dust. Let me show you this. Awful lot of dust on the LCD there. You can't see very well in the video, but believe me, that LCD is filthy. Yeah, so that's a terrible job. Magnets are missing. They've used masking tape over the home button, showing that it's a poor quality screen. It doesn't look like the shield's underneath the LCD, so all in all this is an absolutely terrible repair, other than the fact that the screws are actually here. Yeah, so where to start with this one? Let's take these screws out and see if that shield is missing. I'm pretty sure it is. So this is a mini 1. Like I say, it's had a bloody awful job done before, so we'll see what we can do to put this right, shall we? I know I'm pretty much fresh out of shields, so replacing shields if they are missing. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So yeah, I don't need to pull them up because they've actually ripped them already. This screen is stuck down. Moisture has got in there. So we do have the shield, which is nice, I guess. That shield is there, with not even half the screws that should be in it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little screws, 2 big ones. So yeah, not even half the screws that it should have. That's obviously great. Something smelly in here. So it did have all the shields, which is one thing, which usually these things don't have. There we go. There we go. Unplug that battery. Unplug the LCD and the digitizer. So they have obviously covered this thing in masking tape. Several places here around the Touch IC to stop any shorts, because they're using cheap nasty screens. But in a way it's a shame, because they obviously know they're using cheap nasty screens if they have to cover everything with masking tape to stop it shorting. Now I'm going to go and grab one of my new screens quickly. Just going to check that's all good, all lined up well. I'm going to put a bit of my extra adhesive around the home button to make sure it's extra secure, like I do. Again, this is another thing that sort of sets us apart from the rest. We double secure our home buttons to make sure that we're not going to get any nasty comebacks. So just need to grab a couple of clips for that, because at the moment all my clips are in use. It's a good thing, it means we're busy. There we go, so I'll put that one side now and come back to this. So this is absolutely filthy, where that adhesive they used was rubbish. A lot of dust has gotten in, awful lot of dust. There we go. I mean, that's not even the worst of it done. Okay, we have a bit of a bend on this iPad too. All in all, this iPad's pretty bad. And I'm going to use some alcohol wipes now. Give this frame proper clean. Whole heap of board stuff to do today, so I'm going to try and get some videos done for them. So this is absolutely filthy, so it's gonna take a few to get it nice and clean again. We will get this as clean as possible so the new adhesive sticks well. Bear with me, guys. Sorry about that. So I'm back now. So this iPad mini is probably just about as clean as it's going to get, except for this little bit. It looks like it still has its original adhesive on, because they had done such a good job before. So now I'm going to get it sort of semi put back together. I'm going to keep the home button of this clamped for a little while longer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it all back together with all the screws. I'm not actually going to seal it up yet, so I want to give that home button a little bit more time for the glue to bond. So what I will do, I'll get it all connected back up, all the screws back in, I'll get it all tested, clean that LCD because it's disgusting, and then yeah, leave it for a little while for that glue to set around the home button, and then we'll be good to go. So unfortunately there's so many people around that'll do a terrible job repairing iPads just like this one. I would probably say, to be totally honest, majority of people that do repairs will mess iPads up. I'm yet to actually come across, well, I think I know 2 or 3 people that do it sort of the same method as me, that do a decent job. And you can always tell when someone comes in the door and it's been repaired by someone that knows what they're doing, because it'll actually be repaired to a decent standard. And at the same time, when someone comes in and their iPad had been repaired before, you always know, because the screen's lifting, the glass just looks awful, it's cracked all over. So many giveaway signs that an iPad had been done badly before. And it's not fair for the customer, really not fair for the customer. The customer doesn't know any better. They are using this person or this company because they have been told, or they believe that they're going to be decent. I mean, at the end of the day, you put a sign up outside your door and say, we repair this, we repair that, then people are going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, so many people pull the wool over people's eyes and give them iPads back like this, which I believe is just unacceptable, to be totally honest. I would never give a customer a repair that I am not perfectly happy with myself. And these iPads, if the repairers that are doing them believe they're doing a good job, well, they need to think again. They need to take a real look. They need to watch some of my videos and see how iPads are really repaired, because this just isn't acceptable. I mean, look at all this dust on the screen. That dust around the screen, I will clean this now, but the screen will never be the same unless we replace it. I mean, that is just covered in filth. Which, me personally, if this was my iPad, I would not be happy. But again, I think people they just don't quite understand. That screw is knackered. I'm trying to get that in. The second time I'm trying to get that in, I'm going to have to try and find a replacement screw there as well, because some arsehole doesn't know how to do their job. And this is what it always comes down to as well. It's just usually someone that just does these things that doesn't know what they're doing. And it's not fair. It's not fair to just practice on other people's devices. It's not fair to just give it a go on a customer's device. You should know what you're doing before you ever touch a customer's thing. I mean, this is just horrible. I'm going to get some glass cleaner quickly. Because this is terrible. So I'll just use a little bit of glass cleaner here to try and clean this up the best I can for our customer, because it's not fair for them to be left with a dirty LCD because some other arsehole has done a bad job. So I will always try and correct other people's mistakes the best I can, at no extra cost to the customer, because again, it's not fair for them to have trusted someone that they shouldn't have. I mean, they don't know any better at the end of the day, so how can you expect them to be able to judge on these things when they're just sort of told that, yeah, we can repair that, we can repair this, when people obviously can't. Right. So, that has actually cleaned off a lot better than I expected. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is far from perfect, but it's no way near as bad as it was now. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that actually. So now I'm going to, like I say, I'm going to clamp that home button again, give it time for that glue to set, and then I'll come back to it on video in a little bit.